And I'm Andre Rodrigues.
And this is In5, and today we have a very, very special guest, kind of a little new celebrity down in Perth. We have Adon Blake, director of the new short film, Heretics.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Adon.
Before you said short. I thought it was a
it's a
feature.
feature.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, it's early.
It's easy to mistake. It started as a short film, and I did a couple of rewrites, and it became a feature. So it just happened.
I've seen that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the runtime then? Or what's expected runtime?
It is like exactly 60 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, that's so impressive, especially down in Perth. It's not something that happens very often or is done very well.
Yeah, exactly. And
Not that there's anything wrong with Perth filmmaking.
You just really...
I think Perth is definitely getting there, you know. Like, I think at the moment there's a train that's starting to take off,
Yeah.
you know. So it's cool. It's cool.
So what gave you the idea to do a Slavic story in Western Australian outback?
Yeah. So I mean, I've always liked the idea of I guess sort of pushing the limits and kind of trying to do things that you shouldn't really do. But basically, the idea started. I was actually looking at a painting in the art gallery in Melbourne, and it was just the painting of a hill. But for some reason, I imagined a family running up that hill away from something, but I didn't know what that thing was. And I actually went through a few different versions thinking of what they're trying to get away from. Like, is it like a monster or something like that? I don't know. And then after a while, I just sort of figured that the scariest thing is people. So I might as well just, so that became the issue. And then I basically sort of just went through and researched all the different massacres, basically, that happened through history.
Interesting Google searches.
Yeah, I know.
It's really great right now.
Thankfully, there wasn't too much imagery or anything like that. And then I just sort of found this story, which it was actually kind of hard to find, and it was about these crusaders that sort of just went through the European countryside, just sort of wiping people out on their way. And I thought, that's perfect, and it's like the time period that I wanted, just kind of, you know, I guess based on the painting that I looked at, and yeah.
So just the whole filming is like, just make sure you don't get the gum tree, and then everything else is fine.
That is exactly right. Yeah. You know, if you look closely enough, you will see a couple of Australian, you know, flora in there, that kind of thing. But I just thought the main things we need to pull this off, to convince people that it's in Europe, is good accents and good costume design.
Oh, for sure. The costumes
Yeah,
look
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
He's a bad man. That's why we need your help.
So cool. And I also see you've also got the Full Heart Films Facebook page. I'm guessing that's the company that you guys are on?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Full Heart Films. Yeah, that's our film production company. My wife and I also have two other ones. One that's sort of focused on wedding videos and whatnot, and then another one that's sort of focused on corporate videos. But film production is the main goal. So that's where the heart is. You know. So
Yeah.
that's what we have to shoot for.
And that's the full-time job, the film production side of it.
I mean, like a mixture of all these things.
Okay.
You know, sort of, create the full-time. I also do marketing at a fitness company as well. There's a lot of different hats, so many different hats. And I've got all sorts of scheduling apps and whatnot to fit it all in. I got a film shoot today after this interview, so
Yes.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So obviously you've done some filming for weddings, which can always be a little interesting. Do you have a funny story from one time you ever had to film a wedding?
You know, you get. We've had a couple of Scottish weddings and a few things. We've had a few weddings. Yeah, we've had a few weddings where they, you know, all the guys were wearing kilts, and a few people were traditional. You know, with nothing underneath. And then unfortunately, one of the events of the wedding was a breakdancing competition. And there was this one guy that did some roly-polies, and he just sort of flashed this group of kids, and they all screamed. And then I'm there, and then later on I have to edit the thing, and I'm like, oh gosh. Yeah. Couple of quick cuts there, you know. I didn't do the blurry thing. I just did a couple of quick cuts, so you don't really
I just feel like I didn't have any terrible stories, and it's like goals.
Yeah. just the normal everyday stuff, you know.
No kilt flashing, definitely not a scene from Braveheart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We also have the Murder at Cafe Noir, which is happening at the Melville Lawn Bowls, where you get to see this one here.
Bowling Recreational Centre.
Our Bowling Recreational Centre. Tickets are still available. It's only on for 4 nights, so if you can support the local arts and the local film industry and the wedding industry, we hope that you jump online and get some tickets. Hi guys, thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the little bell. And please, leave a comment below.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
I forgot about that.